Okay, so today I'm going to teach y'all how to make derby pie. I don't know if you've heard of derby pie. Some people call it Kentucky derby pie. There's some different names for it, but we just call it derby pie in my family. And it's important to me because growing up, it was a staple at holidays, especially Thanksgiving. It was always a staple. But then it was funny when I met my husband, and the first time we spent a holiday together, I realized that derby pie was also a tradition in his family. So I'm not sure if it's a Southern thing or what, but I found that very interesting. So that makes it more meaningful to me that it's something that both of our families share. But we made pies together, me and my husband. Made pies together when we were going on a mission trip to Jamaica and trying to raise money. So we sold hundreds of derby pies, literally. So it's also fun. Whenever I make it, I think about my family get-togethers and holidays with them, but then I also think about the way that so many of our friends and family supported us when we were trying to raise money for that trip. But then also I remember it was always what we made at my papa's birthday. So I actually looked through my recipe cards today for my grandmother, and I couldn't find one with her writing that has this recipe, but it's the same one my mom made, and I'm pretty sure it's the same one my grandmother made. But anyway, so it's special to us for lots of different reasons. Okay, first you're gonna poke holes into your pre-made pie shell. Mine's been thawing for just a few minutes. So first you're gonna poke holes, and then you can just set it to the side. Then in a bowl, we are going to add 1 stick of margarine that's been melted and cooled. I'm just gonna pour my margarine in here. So 1 stick of margarine. Into this, we're gonna add 2 eggs. And a 1/2 cup of flour. And 1 cup of sugar. And a tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna eyeball it though. Then you're gonna stir it up. Till it gets all nice and smooth, like so. We're just gonna tap that off. And then we're gonna add 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1 cup of chopped pecans. So you can chop yours if you want. I'm just gonna leave mine whole. I like them kind of whole. So 1 cup pecans. 1 cup chocolate chips. And we're gonna stir this together. And then this gets poured into our unbaked pie shell. You can scoot them around if you want. Just like so. And then this gets baked at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes, depending on the temperature of your oven. You just want it to be completely solid in the middle, so you don't want it to jiggle. So I just always jiggle my oven to see if it's ready. Okay, this is the finished pie, and I am gonna let it cool for a little bit, and then I will serve it. We like to serve ours with whipped cream, but really it's just great like it is with a cup of black coffee. So when I think about how food-related occupations impact culture and behaviors, I just think about the fact that simply most of our gatherings are centered around food in some way, shape, or form, whether that's as simple as going to get coffee with someone or as fancy as having a Thanksgiving meal. Everything we do with other people in our community, I say everything, but most things we do with other people are centered in some way around food. And so it's an equalizer, but also it's a connector. And so that impacts culture because I think it builds bridges between cultures, whereas you may not have as much in common in other ways. Through food, you have something that brings you together and can help you find something that you share. It may not be the same exact foods, but you have something to facilitate a conversation through and talk about. So I just think it impacts our culture in that ways by uniting us in the things that we all need to live and survive.